Hi friends, thank you all so much for coming back to craft with me today, and welcome if you're new to my channel. My name is Alyssa, and I had a request to show how I made my fall themed junk journal here. So it just has a fabric cover, it's one signature, and I'm going to show you how I created this. So since this one is a fall theme, I decided that I might do a Christmas one next. So that's what we're going to make today. So this is going to be super simple. I'm just using some fabric, paper, and glue. And I'm just going to grab 2 pieces of fabric here. Now you can choose whatever size you want, of course, but mine are just 11 inches wide by 7.5 inches tall. And I got this fabric from somebody in my community. I saw a Facebook post that somebody was giving out some free fabric, so I thought, yeah, why not? It's free. So these are my 2 sheets here, and obviously they're red and green for Christmas. So let's see. I'm still not sure which one I want as my front cover. One's going to be the inside cover, but I'm going to just start with this green piece here. And then I'm going to grab 2 pieces for the covers, I guess, at least for like the inside, just to make it a bit more sturdy. So I have, this piece is 4 3/4 of an inch wide by 7 1/4 tall. So I've got 2 of those here because I'm basically just going to be gluing these to the edges of my fabric. And you can see I kind of just left a little border around these pieces because I don't mind this edge here. I kind of like that. So this piece is going to go on that end, and then this one I will glue over here. And then my spine's going to be obviously right in the middle. So for my spine here, I have just a strip of paper that's 1 inch by 7 1/4. And that's just going to go right in the middle like that. Now, I am going to score this because I want a spine that's kind of bendy and flexible. So if you just look at mine here, you can see my spine is bendy and flexible. So that's kind of what I want. You don't have to score your spine though. You could just leave it as is. But I'm going to go ahead and just score it first. So let me just move these over. And I'm just holding it at the 1 inch side here. And I'm just going to score at every 1/4 of an inch. So I'll start at 1/4, then I'll go to half, and then 3/4. Like that, and then I'll kind of just fold those. And that'll give me like a flexible piece here for my spine. So obviously you can kind of see the curvature there. And that's what that is going to look like. So that's my spine. And again, everything's just going to get glued right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and probably speed you up a little bit. And I'm just using my regular Tombow Mono Aqua liquid glue. Okay, so I'm just gonna flatten these out a bit. But again, you can see I left a slight border around my papers here, and even in between the cover and the spine. So that's what that ends up looking like. And then of course I'm just going to pop some more glue all over and then put my red fabric right over top. All right, so maybe I'll have the red be the outside cover and the green will be the inside. This should all dry, by the way, but that's pretty much all I did for the cover. And then I did add some pom-pom trim to my fall journal. So what I did was I actually just kind of glued it in between the fabric pieces, or you can just glue the trim right on the cover. So you have that option as well. And then of course we've got the bendy spine here. And then I'm also going to just grab some trim, which is an option of course, but this one I got at a garage sale. And I'm just going to put this trim right down my spine on the outside and the inside. So again, I'll just go in with my glue. And pop on this trim. And try my best to get it centered. I'll just cut off a little bit here. And at the bottom. Just apply some more glue. And actually for my first journal, or my fall journal, I put this piece on last after I sewed in my signature, just so you wouldn't see my stitching on the spine, but that's all right. I will just keep this as it is, so that's something else you can do too, is just cover up your spine last. And that's what it'll look like. And I'm going to do the same thing here on the inside, which is again just preference. All right, so that's what it's going to end up looking like. That's going to be the inside. And now I'm just going to quickly sew in my signature. So I just chose to do one signature. With this size, you could probably do two, but one is simple and easy. And I just eyeball it So for my papers, which I've already gone ahead and gathered, my biggest one I think was 9 inches across by 7 inches tall. So probably like this size. And then everything else was kind of around that size or smaller. So I just chose some plain papers to go with for now. Some cute little vellum snowflake paper. So I'm just gonna put these sheets in an order that I like, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 sheets. So folded in half, it's 30 pages. And I just want to clip my pages together. Actually, I'm gonna get one of my big paper clips, which I know some of you really like. I love these, they do come in handy. And I'll just clip my pages together there. Then I'm going to grab my thread, and I'm just gonna eyeball it and kind of measure at least 3 times the height of my journal. So 1, 2, and 3, roughly. Thread this through my needle and just get it set up. But I'm just doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, which is like my go-to. And then let's grab our awl. And I'm just gonna open my signature here to the center, kind of try to center that as well inside of the journal in the middle. So I'll just fold my journal back up right in half. All right, and then I'll just eyeball my holes. So I'll start somewhere in the middle, go right through my signature and right through my spine. And I'll do one towards the top here. And then one towards the bottom. All right. So those are my 3 holes here. Now I can go ahead and sew them in. So I'll start in the middle. And I'll go through my signature, and now using fabric sometimes can be difficult to see where your hole was. So sometimes I like to mark where the hole is, maybe with a piece of washi tape or just a little sticker. And other times I will just wing it pretty much. So all right, so we've gone through the spine and the signature. You want to leave some string hanging out here. And then we're going to go in through the top of our spine, which is why it's good to mark where your hole is, especially with fabric, because it's like, it can be hard to tell. But again, I'm just going to kind of wing it. Fabric is also easy to kind of just poke through with your needle. So even if you don't know where your hole is, you can kind of just eyeball it and line it up with your hole in your signature. So I'll pull that through first, and then I'll go through my signature, which that hole is really like not in the center, but that's okay. Again, I'm just kind of winging it. And you'll see how much I struggle. Okay, so we got that. And now we're just going to bring it down to the last hole here and send it home. All right, so then we're going to send it through the center hole of our spine and then back through the center of our signature as well. And just hope that everything comes together. So one string is going to be on the left. One I'm going to put underneath this string here in the center. So now we have strings on either side. And I'm just going to, little fabric pieces everywhere. I'm just going to make sure everything looks okay from the outside and whatnot. And just tighten this up and make sure my signature, all my pages are secure. And then I'll just tie a double knot. Like so. And I could have made my pages a little bit wider, but that's okay. Then I have room to add like pretty trim or little tassels on the side or tabs or whatever. So that's pretty much how I put together my little fabric journal there. And here are all the pages sewn in. Of course, there's nothing really to see, but these strings I just cut shorter. But obviously I know some people like to string beads along the ends here so they keep the length. But I'm just gonna cut mine a bit shorter there. And that's gonna be it for my little journal tutorial or process video for today. And I think I'm going to create probably a different type of journal topper. That might be my next video. But if you like this one here from my fall journal, I do have a tutorial on this. You've got some fun pockets, double pockets here. So I'll also link this tutorial down below. Other than that, I hope that you enjoyed making this little journal with me here. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more crafty fun and inspiration, and leave me a comment down below. I'll see you all very soon, so happy crafting and huge hugs!